Hey, buddy. Way. Chair for you. Okay. It's just fucking cold today. Holy shit. Fuck, it's cold today. Alright, fucking yeah. Back to hoodie time, bitch. Hoodie time. I thought summer was supposed to show up. What the hell? It's like cold, rainy today. Jesus. Ah, my goodness gracious. Get my coffee. Yeah, business as usual. There we go. You're so loud. You're so loud having your little lunch. Lunch or breakfast, or whichever it is for you. I think it's just, you're just being real loud, aren't you? What the fuck? Ah, stop it. What the hell? Jeez, my phone going on like vibrating dildo mode. What the fuck? Oh, come on. There we go. Guess I'm missing a background here. Jesus! Didn't mean for that to be explosive. There we go. Feeling that caffeine energy slowly but surely coast through my veins. It's definitely gonna make me feel a little better. Especially with this cold ass day. I don't freaking get what the hell. Rich City was not kidding when last night said next few days I give a shit. Oh! Well, that was horrible. I'm glad I flipped the fucking camera for that. Oh, that was awful. What the fuck? That went over. Yeah. There we go. Oh, that was brutal. Ugh. Man, Jesus Christ. I can definitely tell that my nose is probably going to explode a few times with some sinuses. Ugh. Jeez. There we go. There we go. There we go. Ah, fuck. Deep dish pepperoni pizza. Extra pepperoni. You're saying that like that's like the exceptional worst take ever. Like, dude, I like extra pepperoni pizza. Gotta get that shit triple pep. That's like the real way to have pepperoni. You gotta like triple pepperoni that shit. Can't just have like a few slices. You gotta like, you know, rapid fire that shit. You need like a shitload of those peps on there. Well, that toke woke me up way quicker than this fucking coffee did. Wow. Wow. What's up, Fluff? See what's on the whole page for the two. See what little things could be interesting to check out for a little bit this morning. Which looks like it's literally just a fuckload of memes. That's what happens when I start binging memes. Now my whole homepage is just full of them. Great. Amazing. Deep fried carrots. I've never had those, so that sounds interesting. I like carrots. So, I mean, that's something that I'd probably be down with. I mean, sounds good. Though, to be fair, anything deep fried is probably going to be good. Really? Really, bro? Goodness gracious. Deep fried anything is edible usually. What? Or, well, can we just seriously stop with this? It's just like, I mean, my god, it's literally every fucking stream, dude. Like with the food, I'm like, oh my god. Besides, like, I'm at the point where I'm just like fucking, just, like, weary of it at this point. I mean, it's like, how many times do I have to say that, like, your food tastes will just not sleep during the night? Okay, I mean the ones that you're a part, oh my god, you know what I meant. You know what I meant, oh my god. I got this fucking cat, not cat, fucking dog staring at me. Might as well be a cat with how much he acts like a cat instead. Is there something about, like, is there something in there that is making you curious? I guess there is. Damn it, dog. Really? Hey! Took off. Bruh. Oh my lord. Really? Actually, I probably could have the door open. Let him outside a little bit. Now think about it. Goofy little ball running around in circles in the backyard. What? Oh, I missed a few things. I'm sure you saw this live, but I busted out laughing. Way uncovered loss prevention do this way too much. But yeah, I definitely want to check this out. This sounds a little interesting. It got me a little curious. It's like an undercut, like, so what happened? Would have been like, either immediately go pay for your things to leave, or get my associate merchandise and don't intend to buy and leaving. Either way, you're leaving. There. I'll check it out. Was there like some Karen that like got caught and was freaking out or something, or it's just like a dude? Was that dude in Target? Oh, so it's like these fucking conservatives and shit. The greatest Target freakout. Oh yeah, I've seen these. Yeah, this is on like the Abandoned Hope that he did a while back. Yeah, which one should we like kind of look at? Because honestly, there's a lot of them. Like, this is full of all sorts of shit. I'm just, you know, yeah. We'll just go from the beginning, because a lot of the initial shit's pretty much at the start. Because this shit's fucking great.
That's targeting the kids. Of course, see? You support Satan?
I love it.
I love how basically, you know, right off the bat, she's just on her phone, just like, nah, just kind of casually like, yeah, I support Satan, yeah.
What's God gonna think of that?
I don't believe in God.
So you...
I love how she's acting all cutesy and innocent, too. Where she's just like, oh, you know, I'm just all like, meh. You know, yeah, I'm just gonna be all innocent.
You support the propaganda that's targeting the kids?
There's nothing targeting kids.
It's all over kids' TV shows. It's all over. They're targeting the kids.
Kids can choose to wear whatever they want.
Do you support the sexualization of kids through pride propaganda by corporate?
Is there something that we can help you with?
I'm just asking people questions.
Just asking people questions.
What about you, sir?
Yeah, what about you, sir? What do you think?
Yeah, what about you, bub? What about you, random customer that's probably just there to buy, like, you know, fucking, you know, one of those, like, thermals, you know, thermal bottles, you know, for work or something? Yeah. What about you, buddy?
What do you think, random guy?
Bro, no bitches is a canon event, Lamau. What, the memes out of the whole canon event stuff? Yeah, I love the memes coming out of it, honestly. Like, it is actually pretty good. You have enough spoil to know you're on Miguel O'Hara's side? I don't know. I totally understand, like, why he's doing what he's doing. I feel like, honestly, there's some questions I kind of have about him, though. And a lot of it's just because he's kind of an anti-hero. He's an antagonist, but not a traditional one. He's not like a full-on villain. He's, like, somebody that obviously has good intentions, but, you know, but he's misguided about something. And I don't know if it's because of what he's trying to, like, stop is actually legit, or if he thinks there's something that breaks these universes or canons that, you know, he doesn't know about that happened when he tried to interfere with things. Because the thing is, think about it. Like, Miles was Spider-Man in his world because of a different spider, you know, that from another dimension or another universe that went into his. So why didn't his shit collapse? Same thing with the spider that left, you know, that in that timeline. So it's like there's some shit that don't exactly add up with Miguel's broader point, which I don't know if that's because that's an intentional plot hole, or, for the last film, where it's going to be explained then, or if it's just genuinely kind of like just like something where it isn't really explained. So you might not have to follow canon. Well, the thing is, doesn't it kind of like break down Miguel's like whole, point of what he's trying to do? Because if Miles isn't necessarily a canon Spider-Man, then his universe not collapsing, and breaking down, and that not happening, kind of disproves Miguel's whole point about like if you break the canon, then everything just collapses, essentially. And also, there was the canon event that happened because of Spot going into the like Spider India and shit, right? Like with a Propter. Like, I mean, so honestly, I mean, it's like there's a few things in the second movie that imply that like there are things that can break canon, but don't fracture those universes or make them collapse. There's something else going on with that. So I think Miguel's like, got good intentions and honestly is, like not wrong inherently, but I think he's just misguided about something and thus, feels like he needs to take full control and reins about that and, and pretty much like protect the canon in a sense. Even though realistically he doesn't need to, but he doesn't know that. So, I mean, honestly, I think it's like the Beyond the Spider-Verse, the third one that's going to come out. I think that will explain some of the shit. Because definitely there's some thought-provoking stuff about the second film that's kind of still making me think about it every now and then. That happens in most timelines. Yeah. I mean, the whole movie establishes a lot of these different things. But what I don't think it totally establishes is that the idea that canon has to be protected or, in a sense, set to a specific set stone. I mean, I think it's, kind of like, like I said, I feel like there's something else, that is going on, that is applying these, like, canon events, fracturing, these universes and shit. Like, at least, from the second movie, I feel like there's at least some shit, that is there that we just aren't aware of. And I feel like Spot has something to do with it. I definitely feel like he has, some, like, core thing to it. Because the dude is basically, like, at this point, like a, like, quantum god. Like, Spot is like a quantum god villain. So, I mean, at this point. And, so, I mean, I feel like he's probably the one that's, fucking with that shit. But, if that's the case, then what about the canon events that broke prior to him being there? Oh, so maybe it ain't. Fuck. So it's gonna be explained, or at least, something's gonna come from it. I feel like we'll eventually, hear about it at some point. Also, been satisfied because she lost her bestie and Aunt May to her version of him. Also, MCU Miles might happen because he had an appearance of a live action Prowler, and that was the same actor that played him in the MCU. Well, yeah, they have live action. Yeah, there was live action. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, because like Marvel's like really like pretty much like masters that type of shit. Just having like tiny little references, quick little things, where it kind of implies or at least establishes like more of the broader universe that eventually they're going to be working with. Like obviously, if seeing the live action Prowler just hanging out there, just chilling, where the Spider anarcho commie punk guy fucking caught. I mean, it was like, all right. It's like, there's definitely going to be something going on here. With that dude. We're probably going to see the Prowler, a little more often. Hey, let's... Yeah, I already kind of seen much of this Target shit. We don't really need to rehash it all. Booba. What is it up, Booba? What is it, a Booba dog? And Spider-Man was kind of hope to appear that didn't was Spider-Man from 1988-87 who made a deal in exchange for full control of the suit. I mean, maybe he'll be there. I don't know. Like maybe in the third film, or at least it's kind of like a background character. I mean, but I wouldn't know. Doggo. What's up, Bubby? Boo boo. Yeah, Papa. Good boy. There you go. Basically, the Spider-Man does extra stupid death-defying stunts during fights for adrenaline. And defeats the symbiote. You know what, I'm gonna go on Reddit. Let's see what's going on with all of that bullshit. Since YouTube literally just wants to send me nothing but memes, and I don't want to just look at just nothing but memes. Can't just have strict memes and memories. The universe is definitely not the one of all here. Wait, what's this? Poor horrible broke parent busted this. So if you captured 2 years at university, taught my beautiful daughter to hate everything. To fuck. It's like, oh my god, look at her being a tradcon and a total innocent virgin. Now look at her. She's just like a punk now. She's a delinquent punk. Ugh. Oh my god. Like, what the fuck? They're just like seriously that like upset that the university is at fault for that. It's like, nah, I'm pretty sure it's the conservative ass tradcon parents that are forcing their kid to not like express themselves and shit. Because hey, once they're free to like do that, then wow, what do you know? They end up expressing themselves in a way that they feel more comfortable with. Shocker. I mean, of course, you know, that's definitely gonna be, yeah, it's just such a common trope from these fucking weird services. Like, my child was not molded and formed into the way I wish they could be. So now they're just like, you know, a broken individual that was just destroyed by society. It's like, Jesus fucking Christ, dude, these sad fucks. Just so insecure about their fucking, like, little livelihoods and their fucking weird-ass, obsolete, backwards fucking culture. Why are you staring at that door? Seriously? Goofy dog will just like stand and just stare at things randomly. Sometimes it's me, and sometimes it'll be a door, or just something blankly off in oblivion. The amount of questionable fan art of Gwen is disgusting. I mean, are you really that surprised though? Like, of course there's always going to be, you know, like Rule 34, bro. I mean, what did you expect? I mean, of course there's going to be Rule 34 for... As soon as I saw her as a character, I went, yep, Rule 34, I already know it's going to be there. Look up Venom Rule 34. I don't care, whatever. I mean, drawn as a teenager. Well, yeah, I mean, it's not my thing, because I'm not a fucking weirdo creep, but yeah, like I said, I know, like, I already knew just right off the bat that it was gonna fucking happen. Because people are degenerates. It's just one of those, like, observation things, like, yeah, there's gonna be some weird fucks not realizing or not giving a fuck that she's a teenager and yet gonna keep drawing her like that. Like, go figure. A lot of racist anti-Miles stuff too. Of course there's gonna be a bunch of of course there's gonna be a bunch of fucking conservative weird and racists that are just going to like straight up like do fucking weird anti-Miles fucking bullshit. I mean they all freak out over this shit. I mean, it's like, no matter what, there's always, like, if there's, like, you know, a character that from, like, the 50s or 60s, you know, was a thing, and was, like, some white character then, you know, and then, because of that, you know, like, see a new character today, you know, made, or just, like, a different adaptation of that same character is now, like, basically, you know, the, you know, like, you know, black version, or, you know, Hispanic version, whatever the fuck, and they literally flip a fucking shit. Make you feel bad for being on Miguel's side. I mean, because I don't think, you know, there's, like, any real side to take on that, for one. Like, I mean, I've seen the movie, and honestly, it's like, you know, I don't really think, like, Miles or Miguel are necessarily, like, either, like, neither of them are in the right or the wrong, I think. Like, at least, you know, from what I, you know, can infer from the film. Like, because there's some sort of, like, you know, like, third element that's going on that hasn't been explained. I mean, it's established that's there, but it's just like, I mean, what exactly that is, I mean, we don't know yet. I think that's gonna, you know, be understood in the third film. At Miguel, then having him come back out in proper Spanish was hilarious. Yeah, I did find that pretty funny. And that's the thing, because, like, Miles is half Hispanic, or half Puerto Rican, so it's just like, I mean, he's going to know some Spanish, but he's not really good at it. I mean, and it's established that he's not good at it at all. So he has, like, this broken, like, basically, like, the equivalent of, like, American Spanglish, you know, being used, and you got Miguel, who's, like, fluent in it, just flexing on him. Prowler Miles has a serious drip. Dude, Miles being Prowler in that universe, dude, for real, bro. I didn't, like, as soon as he popped out and, like, showed himself and was Miles, I was like, dude, he almost looks like a totally different character. Like, if it wasn't for the fact they have the same face, I really thought it would have been a different dude, entirely. Like, because he just looks like a totally different guy with totally different drip and shit. But I was digging it, dude. Like, Miles Prowler was actually legit fucking dope, bro. I think I might have been good if he didn't get the spider, though, because he didn't have his dad or Peter to save him. Well, that's the thing. I mean, that's why the spider, you know, is something that broke the canon, and that's why Miguel isn't necessarily correct at the idea that, you know, breaking canon will fracture and collapse the universe and shit. Like, I mean, so it's like, with that in mind, it's just like, you know, there's going to at least, you know, be some sense of, you know, like, an alternate ability to, you know, establish a new canon. So with that, you know, that means that at least, you know, Miguel isn't necessarily correct, you know, with his idea. But like I said, that doesn't necessarily make him wrong. Because like I said, I actually like him as a character. You know, I like a villain or an antagonist in a film, so to speak, that isn't really necessarily a traditional villain that you're just like, oh, they're just there to be not liked. Like, because with Miguel, like, I honestly do like him as a character, because he has reason as to why he's doing what he's doing. He's not entirely, inherently even, like, bad as to why he's doing it. It's all understandable, and it's an empathetic position, you know, and also, you know, he like has conviction as, you know, as to why he does what he does, but nonetheless though is still blinded by that. Because especially near the end of the movie, it started, you know, to be heavily implied that, like, you know, even the other spider people were kind of realizing maybe Miguel isn't 100% right. Maybe he's off about something here. You know, not, you know, saying that he's wrong entirely or just, like, you know, bad or anything, but just realizing that he, you know, got misguided about, like, what's really going on. So, and I think that's what makes Miguel as an antagonist for that film so good, I think. Because, like, he's still, like, you know, a good guy, so to speak, but, you know, he's just been, like, misdirected, essentially, about, like, where he's taking that with. And basically, it's kind of let it consume him, in a way. From gene splicing to get rid of the addiction of a drug his boss got him on to force him to work for the company. Yeah, I know a little bit about Miguel, because I kind of looked him up after watching the movie, because, like I said, I really liked him as a character. And, like I said, it all does make sense, you know, when you think about it, with, like, you know, a lot of his intentions and who he is as a character. Like, he isn't just, like, you know, big bad guy for a good guy to beat up, you know. Like, there is at least, you know, something, like meritable as to, you know, and a whole arc as to why. You know, Thanos was like another really great, you know, villain like that as well. More established as a villain, but nonetheless, you know, still is one of those type of characters. And Miguel, more on the good side of things, is, you know, another one of these type of characters. I really like great characters like that, where, you know, there's like a lot of challenge and like a lot of flaw and thought-provocation about like a character's decisions and their development, and, you know, realizing that, you know, maybe they have good intentions, but maybe they're just going the wrong way about it, or maybe they just don't know, you know, 100% about, like, the real bigger picture, so to speak, and have been blinded by what they do know. That's who has claws and fangs. Yeah, I mean, that explains why, because, I mean, you know, and I was wondering that, too, because it's like, man, Miguel is almost, like, Panther-like, you know, when it comes to that shit. But, you know, after looking it up about, you know, oh, he's literally half spider, so that makes sense. That actually will explain it. He literally has some of the DNA of a spider in him. The claws, you know, the claws kind of help stick to surfaces and shit. And the fangs, obviously, because, well, spiders have fangs. So. Venom 2099 is even worse. It's even worse. Oh shit, I didn't even realize you sent me memes. It's about Liz's mind even worse over 100 years of isolation when bonds with Miguel's half brother. Liz to commit mass murder in a war to kill Miguel. Damn. Bro, having no bitches is a canon. Just sending me all the memes now. Me watching my younger siblings make the same mistakes as me. It's a canon event. It's necessary for character development. For this, Perseus, he'll be immune to Medusa's petrifying gaze. Now this is just ridiculous. I can't even read the last of it. What does it even say at the bottom? I can't even read the last little bit of it. It's so pixelated. It's also revealed later that Miguel's boss who started all this shit was also his long lost dad. Damn. I mean, I'm starting to see why you like Miguel a lot, because now I'm starting to like him a lot more. I mean, I'm not really gonna necessarily be, like, you know, on his side, so to speak, you know, but, I mean, makes him a lot more empathetic and, you know, broadly. That's it. To say Miguel has a really fucked up life. Well, yeah, he did. I mean, I could just tell, just based off the film itself. It never really got into any of that. Like, a lot of the film explored him trying to, like, save his family. You know, because the Miguel in that universe died, so he replaced him with another one. So, I mean, it's, you know, so there's, you know, like, in a sense, you know, like, a level of, you know, like, understanding, like I said, as to why the way he is, but honestly, I wish they explored more, you know, outside of just the fact that, oh yeah, he lost his family and stuff. I mean, you know, some of the shit about his boss and stuff, you know, like that. I mean, well, his boss slash dad, you know, like that would have made, you know, a lot of sense to put that in there too. I guess they didn't want to necessarily make him too empathetic. Until today. Wait, there was actually a post-credit scene? Dude, me and my friend stuck around, and, like, the credits just kept going, so we just said, fuck it. I was actually to see Spider-Man 2099. Dude, what the fuck? Man, me and my homie stayed for the credits for, like, a decent amount of time, and we're just like, alright, you know, I don't know if there's gonna be an extra credit scene or something like that, or a post-credit scene. So we dipped. So, man, if we just stayed there for, like, another minute or two, we probably would have seen it. Motherfucker. God damn it. Here we go. Oh, shit. Oh, it's literally uploaded on YouTube. Okay. I mean, I won't put it up here, just mainly because I don't want to get hit with copyright. But I'll look at it.
Little text might have been nice.
I was gone for less than 2 hours. What happened?
Okay. I know what it looks like, but here's the good news.
Oh, here we go.
The multiverse didn't collapse.
Oh, cool.
Little touch and go. But it worked out.
Great story. Hey, did you finish the goober?
It's not a goober, it's a gizmo.
You always have to call me out. This is really frustrating. and bums me
Don't
out.
get too excited, Miguel. It's just a prototype.
Not excited.
But you could be the first person to make an autonomous multiverse jump. Or the last.
Okay, so we're just gonna roll the dice on this?
So what do you say, pal? Where do you want to go first?
Let's start at the beginning. One last time. Earth 67.
Whoa, what the?
I'm Spider-Man. I need you to come with me.
Who the heck are you?
I just told you that. Listen.
Oh my god.
There you pointed me.
You were pointing first.
Rude to point.
You're being very rude. You're not even.
Which one pointed first?
Spider-Man. Obvious. You're pointing at me right now. Look at your finger right
Different
now.
than normal pointing.
You are pointing.
You haven't.
You're accusing me of pointing.
Oh my god. Once I didn't see this years ago, allowed me to be shocked to see Spider-Man 2099. Oh my god, okay, that was honestly pretty funny. You seem like such a lighthearted person in this. Is the first comment. Dude, he does. He seems so hardcore and like fucking like, just like, I'm a serious man. You know, but like, you know, and then in the post-credits scene, he's actually like super lighthearted and chill. Like, damn. Yeah, we're gonna honestly, yeah, I feel like, you know, this whole like, you know, multiverse collapsing shit, we're gonna have that explained in the next movie for sure. I mean, I think that scene also kind of applied it a little bit, because like, alright, gotta go back to the beginning, you know, so that is implying that like he's going to eventually, you know, yeah, that is before he met Miles. So, you know, yes, it's, I mean, it's basically when he starts, you know, being able to kind of establish, you know, these webs, you know, for the multiverse. I mean, that's from what it sounds like. So he hasn't lost his daughter yet. Yep. Which means, also, we're probably going to understand why these multiverses collapse, you know, when certain things happen. Because, obviously, you know, every now and then, there are canon breaks that happen in these universes, but they don't fracture. In fact, at least for a few of them, it requires the traditional canon to break for, you know, certain canon events to actually happen in the first place. So, I mean, you know, it's like, like, because with, you know, Spider-India, for example, like, basically, when you have, like, the entire fucking, like, a gigantic building that causes, like, 8,000 9/11s, you know, that spot, you know, destroyed, like, I'm pretty sure that is a gigantic canon-breaking event, you know what I mean? So, it's like, and none of that shit fractured up until Miles saved Inspector Singh. So, why was it everything else that, you know, that broke the canon didn't impact anything, but yet it was Singh being saved that did? Something else is going on with that. And I think the third movie is, like, basically, you know, going to explain what causes, you know, those type of fractures and what really is kind of holding things together. Because I don't think it's the fact that canons break. Because obviously, at least in the second movie, there's definitely a lot of aspects about, you know, not just micro, but even, like, major events happening to where it changes the overall canon of those universes, but yet nothing happens. So, well, not like nothing happens, but nothing happens to lead it to literally collapse. Like it's implied that Miguel thinks. So, something else is going on. It's definitely got me really intrigued. Like, I have thought about this for a bit, because honestly, there really is. There definitely is. I don't necessarily think Miguel's 100%, like, knowledge about what's really the bigger picture of it. And like I said, I don't think he's wrong, because, like, if anything, like I said, he's actually a really good character. Like, I mean, he's like one of these great characters that has a major struggle and is major, you know, and has, like, major reasons and justifications as to why he's trying to do the actions that he's doing. So, I don't know. I mean, it does seem like, you know, to me that, you know, he does understand some element about something is wrong, but, you know, what he's doing is not necessarily the correct way about trying to keep things together, because obviously, you know, it hasn't. Certain events being broken, not destroying the universe, could be explained by diverting timelines. For example, No Way Home, the villain's story is already played out, so really created him, just created altered timelines that meant they kept on living. Well, I mean, it is a multiverse, so I mean, the idea that, like, there would be infinite universes and they could also spontaneously be created due to these, you know, timeline change. I mean, that could be a part of it. But then why would all these other universes collapse? It doesn't necessarily explain that part. I took no way on sending them back in time where they're about to die. Well, I haven't seen that one, so I'm not 100% sure. I know enough about it to kind of get the general plot, but, I mean, I'll have to actually watch it to kind of really think about that one. Going sent back to Spider-Man 1, Doc Ock, 2, whatever, so I haven't really seen all of them. Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, I haven't seen it in its entirety, outside of, like, some scenes on YouTube and stuff, and maybe the occasional meme, but, yeah, I kind of know the general plot, but, yeah, it's one of those movies that you see. They were each taken from different points, so why wouldn't they be sent back at different points? Well, yeah. I mean, if you take them from different timelines and universes and different points, then, yeah, why wouldn't they be able to be sent back in the same way? It's rare that they sent back to where they came from. I mean, I guess that would be the Occam's razor. It's like, yeah, sent back to where you were. You know, essentially, like, back to where you were, you know, taken from, like, to the exact point. It's like the point where you were taken out of your universe, you basically, boop, pop back like essentially you never were. Or, you know, like you never were taken from the universe. It's like a 5-second interval of just like, wait, where the fuck did he go? Shoom. Oh shit, there he is. Still a little butt. Okay. Keep playing some more tunes. Now what we need is Tom Holland in that sweet symbiote suit. Oh my god. I don't know if that would be a case of either, because as far as the movie shows, it's not like when they were brought into the MCU, they were exact location as to when they were brought over. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. So, I mean, like, you know, like I said, I know the general synopsis, but I want to know the specifics about that. So, honestly, I won't really know. I would assume that it'd either be like they could be taken to different realms or different places, or maybe even like in some quantum, like interdimensional, like, fabric of time and space or something. I mean, you know, like, anything could have really happened to them if you think about it. At least, you know, just from what I understand of it. But obviously, you know, if I see the movie, maybe there's, you know, more of an implication about what happened. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I feel like they would just be sent back to where they were, but I'll just have to watch the movie to kind of find out a little bit. I mean, you know, even though I'm kind of like phased out of superhero shit, I mean, I guess I kind of got back into it with this whole Spider-Verse shit, so goddamn it. MCU, honestly, is good about that, motherfuckers. It's like, if you get burnt out, they'll throw a banger at you, and it's like, here you go, and you're like, god damn it. It's like, alright, fine, I'll go to it. I mean, at least this time they're kind of changing it up a little bit. Like, now that it kind of finished up their whole, like, mega adventure arc and shit, at this point, they really have, like, expanded into different stuff and exploring some more concepts and shit. And honestly, like, it's really, I think, been in their benefit. I mean, like, these new Spider-Verse movies that MCU's been putting out, like, I mean, they're honestly legit really fucking good. Like, I was seriously thoroughly impressed with that, you know, with those, with the two movies, because I eventually saw the first one. But it's just like, I was just like, whoa, man. So, like, this is not exactly like, you know, your traditional superhero movie. I mean, it is, but it's done in a way to where it really has, like, a totally different, like, flavor to it now. Where it's not just your, you know, stereotypical, like, flashy, colorful, you know, Avenger shit or something. You know, so it was just like a nice change, you know, in a lot of ways. And I kind of hope they kind of keep sticking with that, honestly. I kind of hope they explore this kind of style. I really love, like, the art style and, like, the, like, background color palettes, you know, with the Spider-Verse films. Like, it's really fucking awesome. Like, I really hope they expand and explore that more. I don't know what, like, studios, but they should expand the fuck out and make like color palettes and just like the background in a lot of ways. I was just like, I mean, I was like in a lot of ways just like looking in the background just of how like colorful and like just a unique change about like, you know, how they kind of did like their background sets and stuff in comparison to, you know, how a lot of movies are and shit. And just like this like 2D like kind of like thing going in, it was just pretty cool. If they want to give Miles power up, give him Toxin, one of the few canon good symbiotes that doesn't want to try to eat his host brain. And keep in mind, Kane's futurist armor from the 31st century, and I think even that forever is considered a genius. Is the audio cutting in out? Is it? Say cut message above and a link. Oh. As far as the MCU goes, some have theorized that Spider Society will fight the Council of Kangs, which I think is needed because if this is what the current Avengers lineup are dealing with. Yeah, it was. Oh, it was? So is it fine now? Huh. Oh. We're gonna get a temporal war. A lot of time travel stuff is happening. Might as well have time police and time wars. I mean, I feel like the third movie is gonna be like this really big, bombastic thing. I don't want to like, you know, sell it too much in my mind, but it really feels like there's going to be like a big, you know, like bow of shit going on with Beyond Spider-Verse. It's a short link. Oh, yeah. Bloop. The Council of Kings. It literally just looks like a Coliseum level, like, size council. Like, holy shit. Yeah, I thought Thanos was bad. Oh my god. My lord. Man, copyright, damn it. It was a YouTube short, like, directly uploaded to YouTube. Like, and also, like, it also was cut off a little bit. I mean, we only just saw like 2 things. F. Are you trolling me? Pretty sure there's a troll going on because I'm like on my channel now. It shows I'm still there. It says stream struck down for copyright. No, I'm still here. I still see him. Yeah, it literally is still there, bro. And Rose is still literally talking to me, dude. So, yeah, no. Made you look. Okay. I would honestly know if it was or not. Like, there would actually be, like, an overt, like, something going on. Like, I would have known about that. You know, sometimes YouTube is a little weird about it, so. Could give you perspective here, imagine fighting thousands upon thousands of firemen in his most advanced armor. Oh my god. Funny to me. You get this now. This is for you, Venom. You don't cut, so fuck you won't go! You give me, you do a funny, I'll do a funny for myself. Actually, it'd be worse because Kang's tech is way more advanced. The only advantage the Avengers would have is that Kang's fucking spies each other. I mean, yeah, they would basically have to, like, you know, take advantage of that shit and, like, get all the Kangs to try to hate each other and basically tear each other apart. Just get Rick and Morty to deal with it. Oh, jeez, Rick. Look at all these Kangs, man. Don't worry, Morty. I got just a trick to deal with it. One god level intelligence versus another god level intelligence. Until they got drunk and became friends. Yeah, I feel like at a certain point they actually probably get drunk and team up together, and then Rick will probably just whack Kang anyway, just so he can keep having his, you know, power. Because I really think Rick is gonna just, like, you know, let someone like him, you know, get a little close. Nah. He will for the time being. But we know how, like, you know, Machiavellian Rick can be. Rick is literally the devil. He is of the devil. I mean, no he ain't. I mean, Rick isn't of the devil. Even Satan fears him. Well, yeah, Satan fears him because he's like a interdimensional, like, quantum god being that, like, lives in all universes and shit. Like, there's the Council of Ricks. So, like, obviously, Satan's just one dude. Like, there's literally infinity Ricks. I mean, yeah, obviously, like, Satan's gonna fear that shit. There's only one Satan. Also makes Paul for survivors. I mean, I was kind of talking about a little bit of it, because, I mean, there is, to an extent, I mean, unless it does get explained in the third movie, which I think it would be, in his universe, why hasn't it collapsed? That's kind of what I'm talking about. That's what I was talking about from earlier. Like, I mean, there's all these different things, you know, that are going on, you know, in different universes that aren't really totally canon events, and yet don't break the universes or make them collapse. So, yeah, that's what I was referring to from earlier with, like, you know, maybe Miguel isn't exactly 100% correct with, like, his, you know, idea. I mean, doesn't necessarily mean he's wrong or, you know, a bad character. I mean, obviously, I mean, if anything, I mean, it just kind of shows that, you know, as a good character, I mean, you know, he has some flaws, you know, as a part of his development, but I think, you know, that just makes him more of an interesting, thought-provoking character. And if anything, you know, more interesting, you know, to, you know, like, look at. Because, yeah, I mean, if that's the case, then with all these, like, you know, Spider-Man, that should have something like that going on. Because the whole city sees Miguel, Miles, and 1,000 spiders crawling up the flying train. Yeah, like, there's all sorts of shit that goes on, you know, it's like, that's kind of what I mean. Like, there's a lot of things that kind of imply that, you know, these universes should collapse, but they don't. Especially when they're all, like, you know, traveling in these different universes and stuff. So, obviously, there's, like, you know, there's, like, some other thing that, you know, kind of implies, you know, that makes these universes collapse. What it is, I don't know. But we'll eventually find out. Because I don't necessarily think it's a plot hole unless it just simply is not explained. Maybe Miguel has something to do with it. Maybe, yeah, that might be it. Maybe it might have something to do with the tech. I mean, honestly, it'd be kind of interesting. I don't know. We'll have to see. Thinking my theory above. I just realized something. In the comics, Kang is a descendant of Mr. Fantastic. It's probably Suzanne the Invisible, and Mr. Fantastic is just in Doctor Strange, but as he saw he was white. Yeah, King is black, which means Suzanne Storm must be black too. That's I think likely. I mean, I think that would be the only explanation. Except Miles gets some kind of bracer that seems to keep him from glitching. Yeah. Oh, good little time trial. About 3:15. Boo. Means I have to go to work here soon. Ugh. Boo. do free fries today. Well, I'm going to work, so not really much at the moment. So, well, I'm sure I'll, you know, try to figure something out. But yeah, there really wasn't too much. The Fantastic Four movies are terrible. I mean, yeah, they kind of are. But, anyway, get myself off to work and all that fun shit, and get the day on grooving. So, peace out. And of course, you know, I'll be back around for that next one later tonight. So, peace out, and a toodaloo, buckaloos.